Hi, good afternoon and welcome to Link for Growth, Durham in North Yorkshire area. I'm joined today by Lisa Fenwick, who's from Derbyshire, and we're going to do this together. Carol's not very well this week, so just get cracking. So Lisa, say hello.
Hi Gerri, you alright?
Yes, I am, thank you. Um, so a few things that we need to cover. That was a really good place to start to say why I wasn't here last week. Which is basically we had a team meeting or link drink at Red Car, where other people from the north came along, which included yourself, Lisa,
Yeah, from Derbyshire all the way up, yeah.
all the way up here, yeah. The end of the world, as I like to call it.
It's lovely.
North East Cork, it is lovely. So do you want to share a little bit of what we did up there?
Yeah, it was quite a busy week last week, getting ready to come up. I mean, I've got all the children to sort out and everything else. It was
All seven.
it was awesome meeting everybody. Everybody was so lovely. I've got to be, they really were lovely. It was good to get to know Carol and Chris on the way up. Had some very interesting conversations. And of course, when the wine was flowing, the conversations got better.
Yeah, I think what was really good was that everybody is on the same page or the same hymn
Yeah.
sheet, somebody said, but we are kind of singing different songs sometimes or in our own voices.
Yeah, I think everybody shares the vision of what could be done, which is really great, and everybody's really passionate about people and about their communities and the areas they're from. It was very interesting to meet everybody and get their perspective on Link for Growth and what they want to do with it. It was good.
Absolutely. So a little bit about where we've been. So last week we were still on Friday afternoon. That was Thursday night, wasn't it? Friday afternoon we were still sort of tying up loose ends and everybody getting back to where we go from here. So a couple of shout outs I'm wanting to do really. One is for yourself, which is part of the reason that you're here for getting up to Nottingham, from right, Nottingham and Derbyshire up to Chris brought you and Carol up there, and to D20 as well for coming up, and Jenny Braithwaite, fantastic.
Yeah.
It was really really good sort of getting together. Somebody really special to me I want to give a shout out to, that her energy's just gone ballistic in the last 10 days. I've basically told her what I wanted to do, or what is happening, what we are doing. Anybody likes it or not, it's happening. And that's Tonya Nixon.
Tonya.
She's absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
She's an awesome force.
Yes, she is. Anyone thinks I'm a little bit wacky? This is the mentor here, Tonya.
Yeah.
So she's been buzzing around Red Car telling people what we're up to, how to get involved, and what a very small part of the vision is, to be honest, of the overall picture. It is a big part, but it's a much bigger vision than I sometimes struggle when people say, well, what is Link for Growth? Because there's so much of it,
Yeah.
and it's also whatever we want it to be.
Yeah. It is also, it's a bit like that old saying of how long's a piece of string, however long you want it to be. Link for Growth is like that. Every area is different. The culture and the people in every area is different. So the needs and how Link and Growth can fit it are going to be unique to that area too.
Absolutely, and we'll find that as the path unfolds, we'll find that there's more and more things that need doing, so things that we may not have even discovered quite yet.
I hope so.
Excited. So one of the things she's been doing is we've got 3 groups already in Red Car, and she's set up another 2, and there's another 2 or 3 to come, but really got people buzzing. So if I go through a little rundown of what we've organised, and I'm just making more stuff. Right. So tonight we've got Link Drinks for Days, which is East England. That's a fantastic, thriving community already. And when I first started in Growth, I couldn't decide whether, if somebody's got a great community, do we go there or not go there? Well, for me, we go there because if they're doing it right, we're not about trampling around saying this is how you do it. We're learning as we go as well. And if some areas are doing it particularly well, that's for us to learn from and expand that across the country and really, really bring people together. That's tonight from 6:30 at the Captain Cook Inn. We've also got, I've mentioned this for a little while, afternoon tea tomorrow, which is at the Mind Cafe. Again, I've touched on local businesses, local charities. I do keep writing blogs and putting information out there, and that it's not just small numbers anymore. Mind don't get very much in the word contributions to their charity. They have to run a bit like a business with their own entity, but obviously they need people to support them in doing that.
Yeah.
They 100% have volunteers in. So the reason for me saying 100% is basically when we spend at big retail parks and such like, of every pound that we spend, only 10 pence goes to the community. Ordinarily, if we shop at markets, local businesses, 50 pence goes back into the local community. With Mind, it's the whole pound, the whole lot goes to charity or back into the cafe, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And something else we saw recently shared on Facebook was, did you see the clip about them signing the menu for people that have impaired hearing or are deaf? So really, really like to implement something like that. So it'll probably be talked about a little bit more tomorrow and how we then go about it.
That's good.
Yeah. It's just all little things that we can do. Anything we can do to try and involve everybody is really what we're about.
I'm quite impressed with that whole pound thing, because as we've been discovering over the last couple of weeks when we've been looking at local charities versus national and global charities, you know, it's 7% if we're lucky out of the general charity that gets spent on the people that actually need it. You know,
right, minimum criteria.
Exactly. And even charity shops like Oxfam, they are a business. Even though they're a non-for-profit business, they are a business and they will make money, and they spend most of it on keeping the upkeep of the shops. So that whole pound thing, brilliant.
Good. The next events we've got, I'll just run through quickly a few of them, because this is for the rest of the month. But the reason I'm doing that is because I want to, one, show how much is going on and the board, and also that we've expanded out into a much larger area than we had even a couple of weeks ago. We've been talking about it, saying we're doing it. It's now happening. We've got Saltburn on the 10th, which is 6:30 at the Farm Hotel, late drink, and Sunfelli's the next morning, which is the Cleveland Museum in Redcar. That's now a 10 till 12 event, just to test the water, see what happens. Some people couldn't get there due to school runs or, you know, the business appointments, that sort of thing. So we'll give that a whirl and see what happens. On the evening of the 11th, we've got Dee's launch, D21 in Newcastle.
Yeah.
Over at the Millstone in Gloucester.
I wish I could get up there.
Well,
who knows?
Maybe there'll be a way that you go. Let's see. That's from 6:30 onwards. Got quite a few sort of bustling about that at the moment, and if you like in the district page where we will keep putting up the events and when they're on, and there's also a link for a page to go on to. Time to look if you want to see if there's something in your local area. On the 16th, we've got Middlesbrough, which is linked for a coffee event, which is up at Ackland Green Community Centre. Fantastic building. Again, it's been all this money spent on regeneration, and every time we've been in, it's barely being used, so we want to bring focus to these places. It is a council-run place, and we can discuss that maybe later, maybe another time, same as the use of chains for our events. Another new one is the Lobster, which is in Redcar. Lobster Club used to be really, really busy, and it went through a bit of a hard time. So again, it's about bringing people back to that area and regenerating. And that's afternoon tea on the 24th. So Tanya's going to be posting that for me, because I've got to be somewhere else on the morning.
You've got to be in Derbyshire.
Yeah. Or at Jan's Cafe, isn't it?
It is Jan's Cafe, Godfrey Street in Heanor.
Right, so I'll be there, and then heading back to Redcar sometime after that, and one of a scone and a cuppa. We've got link for drinks at Turner's Mill on the 25th of September. I've just been down to the market with Naomi and a friend, and buzzing up quite a bit of interest again there. And it's quite nice when people get used to you coming back. But the egg man actually had a pop at me.
Did he?
He said, "You're always late." He said, "You're always." I said, "Oh, I promise I'll try and be a bit earlier, but it's just there's other things to do." So we'll see. Apparently, I've got enough eggs this week. So we're in the Cleveland Hotel on the 26th. That's Friday night, end of the month, and it's link for drinks served, but it can be from 6 till 9, and then there's a band on from 9 o'clock, which I think is fantastic.
I love
really love live music. Yeah. So, and a chance to get people together as well, so look forward to that. On the 29th, we've got Bradford Link for Coffee, which is with Damien Nelson. He's fantastic, set that up, which is absolutely brilliant. And where I was yesterday, I just wanted to mention too, so Jenny Braithwaite in Penrith, in the Lake, and we did the coffee event. It's absolutely brilliant. Great people turned up. It was really, really enjoyable. Again, all on the same page and so on. So there was 3 ladies from solicitors, the local solicitors. And when we talked, there's a lot of business that people doing. They're remortgaging and getting free legals from the lenders. They go to all the big conveyancing companies. And other things that people go for, perhaps the cheapest service out there. But what they're saying is they really, really have people's backs. They make sure that they're working for the customer, not for the lender or the seller.
Yeah.
That was really, really valid point that was brought up there. And there was a lovely lady called Martina Klenker, and she's from Germany, lives in Scotland, lives in a tiny a place. There's only about 50 people live there in Scotland, not in the whole of Scotland, obviously, where she is. And I said, "Great, do you want to host from there?" She said, "No, no, you're thinking too small. I want to do Edinburgh, so that's now."
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, 25 miles away from her. I don't even know how many miles it is away from me. I'm not sure. Been to Glasgow a couple of times. Don't think I've been to Edinburgh.
It's lovely.
Looks very lovely. Like to see the castle.
Yeah.
The other thing Tanya's been doing with himself is organising the North Christmas Do. Some people said, "Oh, it's way too early for that." Well, it is, but it's not. It's only 3 paydays away. People are getting paid monthly. Yeah. So we're doing a special offer, because it's £25 for a 3-course meal, but £20 if booked by the end of September, which we only need a £10 deposit to sort of secure that at the moment. So I dare say you'll be up for that, will you, Lisa?
I will.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. So that's on Eventbrite at the moment. Whether that'll change, I don't know. We've just used it as because it's what we use already for booking events.
Yeah.
But we'll see if that works. How that works going forward. The other thing that's massively being driven forward again by Tonya is linked to growth youth, which is 16 to 25-year-olds. Now I know you're very passionate about this, Lisa, aren't you? I know your children are very passionate about it. The ones in that age bracket, the ones that aren't even in that age bracket yet, are really passionate about that.
Yeah, they don't care whether they're in an age bracket.
What bracket?
Yeah. What box? What bracket?
Absolutely. So that's about getting young people back out into the community, getting them together, and having sort of mastermind sessions.
Yeah.
That they can then, what we want to do is get their faces out there, doing the likes of not so much community TV, but broadcasts.
Yeah. And children are so open. They are so open to it. I mean, my 9-year-old said to me, "Mum, what's Link for Growth? Can I subscribe to them on YouTube?" I was like, "Yes, you can." So he's now listening. He's listening to Chris, and he's listening to Carol and himself, and he's going, "I like this, Mum," and he's learning. You know, if only adults could be so.
Open.
Accepting.
Yeah, we've had fear drummed into us, though, haven't we? That's the thing, and you've got to keep getting past that fear, and it's not. You can't just suddenly say, "Oh, I'm not afraid." It's actually you have to keep pushing through.
Do it anyway.
And doing it anyway. Sometimes, as you know, I have a habit of going, "Oh no," but I'll keep going.
You're not the only one, Gerri.
So that's for the most part, I think, what I wanted to cover. done the shout outs and the events, and also we see where I've been, what we've been up to, and getting out there in the local community, bringing people together. And I think it's just a case of keeping doing it.
Yeah, just keep doing it.
Yeah, and raising that awareness, and just keep showing people that we are here, we're doing it. One of the things that I feedback that Tanya mentioned to me was that people said, "Well, I could do that." Oh.
Cats.
My cat. Well, just throw me a little bit of that. She's written some notes in the notes section for us there. So just realising that we can do this. People said in the local community, well, we could do that. Why would we need you to do it? Well, nobody's actually doing it.
Yeah.
And it's about standing up and saying, right, let's do this and let's get it out there. And asking more people to come with us. We're not saying we're doing it exclusively. It's exclusive, please. We want more people to show up, don't we?
Yeah. And I think the one thing that we need to do is spot little niches in the community that could help the community. I'm hopefully meeting my councillors on the 19th of September, and I want to talk to them about opening some of the closed shops that are in Hena. There's just like a high street, and there's loads of shops that are just empty. And I really want to...
You're not doing this virtual shop?
No, this is what I wanted to do, like a concept shop where local self-employed artisans or craftspeople could come, bring their wares, and somebody be in the shop and sell it for them, for a minimal price. A lot of what stops people having shops is the overheads.
Absolutely, and that's been brought up this week.
Yeah.
Again, by Fred of Red Car, which is Fred's Red Car, and said exactly that.
Yeah.
It's been made almost impossible for people to walk in the shops.
That's right. But there's so many shops that are just derelict. They're there, they're usable, but nobody wants them. Yeah. So the councils are trying to regenerate, and I think we've got some good ideas that we could help them.
Yeah.
I mean, another one is shared office accommodation with virtual assistants. It's something I'm quite, into at the moment. I'm seeing there's a niche for that, and I think local businesses could use those services, meeting rooms, conference rooms. I think it'd be good.
Yeah, definitely. But it's about people voting with their feet on that and saying, this is what we want.
And putting their money where the mouth is.
Yes, absolutely. Saying, I commit to this change. I'm with you. I completely understand where you come from, and getting those changes implemented. But it does take numbers. I think it's a lot of things that have already changed, collaborations and friendships that have been formed that wouldn't have otherwise happened without them before. So it's time for us. That's partly my responsibility to start sharing those stories with the community, as will you, Damien, Jenny, Dee, and showing people what we've achieved, because that in turn will make people say, I want to be part of that.
People want to see results. Yeah. They're sick of programmes and policies and, topics of the month or everything. They want to see real results that they can...
Tangible results, yeah, absolutely. So what I would like to say, just to wind up today, is if there are people, businesses like-minded towards Mind in Redcar said, we want to do this, let us know, and that goes for your area, or let the guys, Damien, Jenny, Dee, to be able to come forward and say, I'd like some help with this. And it's not the way of the answers, because we don't.
No.
We can only start to begin to find some answers by taking some action, sometimes massive action.
Yeah, who knows who's got the missing bit to the jigsaw?
Absolutely. Exactly. So, on that note, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No. Apart from I'm hoping to launch a link for drinks on Halloween night.
Brilliant.
I thought that'd be a good start off.
Yeah.
At the local Real Ale pub, the Monday Arms. They don't know about it yet. I've got to go and talk. But it's happening.
It's happening, absolutely. My cat's still poking her head in here because I might as well just say, my friend came round and she went to the toilet and she won't come back downstairs because I'm sat in front of them. So I will sort my office out with a spare bedroom into bit like yourself, that I've got somewhere else to host this
This is
from.
my
But
hidey
it's
hole.
fun doing it here, just because it doesn't really matter where we do it from. It's just important that we make a start.
That's right.
It starts. Sorry, started, but the new start starts here. So, on that note, I shall say goodbye. I've got to be with Alex very, very shortly, speaking about what's going on in South West Heart. So,
We'll
I
look
guess
forward to that.
cracking with that. Yeah, you can watch that from about 4 o'clock. It'll probably be
Okay.
10 past, knowing me.
What's time?
Thanks for co-hosting with me, Lisa.
You're welcome,
And
Jo. It's been a pleasure.
brilliant. Chat very, very soon.
Bye.
Bye.